Hi everyone, welcome back. It's me, Teresa Perrin. I want to bring you ticker SAVA, Cassava Science, SAVA. And guys, this is an opportunity that we don't see all that often. And I would like to think that this is a huge potential for you to bank in your portfolio. So this to me is not just a day trade or a swing trade. This is an opportunity for a long-term hold. However, you can also day trade it or swing trade it as you wish because it is finally getting the attention that it deserves. And I'm going to get into why. I'm going to give you the fundamental setup as well as the short squeeze. We are going to go over the chart and the FinTel data after I give you a brief introduction to SAVA, because I do believe that after you hear about it, it may be something that you'll want to consider adding to your portfolio. And even if you don't, and you're going to trade it, you might as well know what it is you're trading about. So if there are catalysts, you are aware. Let's get into it. If you could, please like and subscribe. For those of you unfamiliar with Cassava Science, they are known as the creator of an Alzheimer's drug, Somoflim, that they are currently in they completed a phase 2 study, and then they were targeted by Hindenburg in a short seller report. Guys, Hindenburg does a lot of damage to great companies, and this one I took personally as a registered nurse because there are no medications that currently really work for Alzheimer's. There's medications that they prescribe them, but let me tell you, when I started my nursing career, it was on a geriatric med psych floor, and most of the patients were there because they had severe dementia, Alzheimer's. And guys, both the patients and the family could really benefit from a drug like Somoflim. I think I'm saying that wrong. But anyways, my point being is that Hindenburg actually destroyed this stock based on their short report that was not founded. And here's the proof that finally came out and why we're starting to see this get a rebound. And guys, I do believe it's going to go back to all-time highs and be trading in the triple digits pretty quickly because it went down fairly quickly. So I think that there's a lot of potential here. There's a lot of shorts that are going to be looking to exit. But you'll see when I go over the chart that there was a definite shift. And that's because a few days ago on the 18th, this came out. Cassava insiders got a lot richer as shares rebound following refutation of data manipulation claims. And guys, I'm going to go over this because it is very important that you are aware. So the Journal of Prevention of Alzheimer's Disease informed Cassava Science about no convincing evidence to support data manipulation. Allegations in a 2020 paper on Somoflim, co-authorized by the company's personnel and its science collaborators. Somoflim, Cassava's Alzheimer's candidate, is a small molecule oral drug that restores the normal shape and function of altered filament A protein in the brain. From the onset, I said that allegations of research misconduct are false, and for a good reason. I see no supporting evidence for the allegations, said Remy Barbier, president and CEO. I'm hopeful that written pronouncements from neutral and independent science experts will help close the chapter of baseless attacks against our science. Related content, Cassava Science shares plunge after criminal investigation report. In May 2020, Neurobiology of Aging investigated and found no evidence of data manipulation in a paper on Somoflim published in that journal in 2017. In December 2021, Cassava Science announced that neuroscience investigated and found no evidence of data manipulation in a paper published in 2005. In November 2021, Cassava Science announced the Journal of Neuroscience investigated and found no evidence of data manipulation in a paper on Somnoflin published in July 2012. Guys, the price action in SAVA has been up since this announcement, and shame on Hindenburg because they really go after companies, and guys, they were short this, and that was the reason for this attack. It was baseless. There was no scientific evidence, and if you follow me on Twitter, you know from months I have been disgusted by that short attack, and it's because I understand that they probably don't believe that there's actually a medication that can help Alzheimer's, but guys, they wouldn't have allowed this to go into trials in Singapore where it currently is. And let me tell you, they are very strict in Asia regarding this, especially in Singapore. So if they suspected there was any wrongdoings, they never ever would allow SAVA in there. But we are getting very close, very, very close for this drug to actually be accepted and to be allowed to be prescribed to Alzheimer's patients. And it's significant, guys. This is life-changing. This is the kind of company you want in your portfolio if you believe in them and you believe in what they can do. And I personally do. So that's why I'm sharing it with you. Now, if you take a look, Cassava is given on their technical analysis, short, medium, and long term, a strong bullish signal, guys. This is amazing. I have never seen it get to the long term stage. Usually you see short and possibly medium, but long term it's hit as well now. So there's 5 bullish and 2 bearish signals and 1 neutral signal that have been triggered since mid-July. And all of the most recent ones, except for one, were bullish signals, guys. So that is a very, very good news. Now, they are given a strong buy. A buy signal for the 4 analysts who have done a rating on them. They have a low price target of $8, a high of $124, and an average of $69, guys. So as you can see, there's a good chance you could triple your money or more from this play. And it's not going to happen overnight, although if the shorts start leaving, it could happen pretty darn quickly. If that's the case, and it does squeeze, because it has squeezed previously, guys. If it does squeeze again, I will be exiting my position and buying back when it, falls off again. Because, guys, I've seen it happen before, and I've been long this for a very long time. Probably 2 years now, I would say, maybe more. But I play options on it as well, which I am currently in, because I believe that we are going to get a bull run based on the technicals that I'm going to go over with you. But it is in my long-term portfolio as well, for full disclosure. Now, the free float is 37.27 million. And the average volume is 2.43 million. Now today we had substantially higher than normal volume at 3.28 million. And as you can see, the 52-week high on the stock is $123.37, and the 52-week low is $13.84. That is a quite significant ratio between the high and low, isn't it? A huge difference, over $109 and change, right? So guys, today it was up $2.52 for a 9.96% gain. And in the after hours, it was up an additional 17 cents for a 0.61% change. You can go and look at the filings, because I did look at them, and there has been insider buying recently, as well as increased ownership in hedge funds, which is all bullish, guys. Everything points to bullishness on this. Now, here's a chart from today. I wanted to show you this from my Weeble shot, because here we have, and around, if you look at the 2 o'clock just before that, you can see the formation of the inverse head and shoulders, which is very bullish. And all the way up here is the neck, guys, which it's trying to break out of right now. It is consolidating. Here's where we ended, and in the after hours continues that consolidation. Tomorrow, what I want to see is this to break the neckline, which I believe it is going to. And I believe based on the technical analysis, which I am going to go over with you in just a few minutes, you will see, and I think you will agree with my reasonings here. So I'm very bullish on Cassava Science. I think we're going to see a nice run. And it could potentially go on. Now, guys, remember, when a stock is moving up, it doesn't move straight up. Expect waves. That is how it, see, high, low, high, low, high, low. And then continue the move, consolidate, continue on. Okay, guys? So if it pulls back a little, there's your buying opportunity to get it for the next leg up. So it's very important that if you're new to trading, that you are aware a stock does not go in a straight line up. If it does, that's caused from a squeeze, which essentially this could have based on the short interest. I'm going to go over the Fintel information with you as well. Ortex has it at a 34% short interest, guys, and Fintel is very close. So we will go with Fintel since lately I am not too keen on Ortex. So let's get into. Okay, guys, according to Fintel, Cassava Science has a 32.23% short interest, which is pretty much in line with what we're seeing on Ortex, which was 34%, guys. With the current volume, it would take 0.98 days to cover, so essentially 1 day. The off-exchange volume was 55.6% today, so more than half of the shares were traded in the dark pool. There are currently 80,000 shares available to borrow with an interest rate of 37.87%. And let's see if there's any failure to delivers that are due. So guys, it looks like they have slowed down substantially with the failure to delivers. Quite interesting. I have seen a lot of that lately. So today, they only had to come up with 621 shares. Tomorrow, 110 shares. So, guys, it looks like things have slowed down there, which is actually a very bullish indicator, in my opinion, when you start to see that, because that will allow for the next move to the upside. So that is positive. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Looking at the daily 1-year chart for Cassava Science, as you can see, we are making a beautiful move to the upside, followed by a very long period of a downtrend, right? But back around the beginning of June, that started to change, and then we consolidated, followed by a drop and a move back to the upside, guys. So what we have here is the 13 has crossed above the 20 SMA, and we are very close to making the 1348 cross, guys, which I believe will make a substantial move to the upside in Cassava Science. Now, whether or not that happens tomorrow or Friday or the beginning of the week, it is very hard to tell. However, I do believe that we are very close, and it's going to depend on just how big of a move that we get tomorrow to the upside, provided, of course, that we do continue that move to the upside. So let's take a look and see how we're looking on the 4-hour chart. Guys, it's gorgeous. The 13 remains above the 48. With an uptrend. It looks like, you know, a substantial consolidation in this area, to be perfectly honest, followed by this move that we're seeing now up. But we are following right along that 13 pretty significantly, right? And as you can see, we are in an uptrend here on the MACD in the 4-hour, which is very good. And let's see what the daily chart shows us. Guys, the 13 is still above the 48 on the daily. I do suspect that this dips back down tomorrow morning, followed by the next move to the upside. So I love what I'm seeing on this chart. As you can see, we are maintaining the move above here, and the MACD is crossed under. Tomorrow, I want to see it curl back up and go back over the green, which will indicate our next leg up. So Cassava Science is looking primed and ready for its next move to the upside, guys.